I think it probably can be put. I still haven't been persuaded, but I absolutely respect your view. That's Dean in Uxbridge. Let's see whether Kim agrees. Kim's in Bristol. Kim, good morning to you.
Good morning. Can I just ask, have you had your malaria pills today?
Well, do you know what? I as I said yesterday, I completely forgot yesterday, and I had set myself an alarm to make sure I took it today. So I took it at the right time today, and I hope that all will be well.
Good, excellent. Glad about that.
You really don't want to get malaria, do you?
No, you don't. Definitely not. But
tummy pains are quite bad enough. Thanks very much.
Exactly. I'm going to have to disagree with you today as well, though, Matt.
Good.
Because
but before you do, let me just remind you, and I know that you will know this anyway, but for anyone just tuning in, and if you have just tuned in, where on earth have you been? But if you are just tuning in, I really dislike the Daily Mail. I just don't think Virgin Trains should be banning it. I understand that they are within their rights to ban it or not to sell it, but I don't think they should have done. I think it sends out a very, very negative and rather scary signal.
Well, you know, the reason I disagree with you is because I can remember back, going back, how many years ago it is now, 20-odd years ago, when Hillsborough happened, and the negative comments that the Sun made, and then
Mackenzie's edition,
yeah, and then the whole of Liverpool decided that they were going to ban the Sun, and to this day the Sun is banned in Liverpool, and you cannot buy it, no matter where you go. They will not sell the Sun newspaper. So it is a matter of choice. Virgin is a private company, and if they feel that this newspaper goes against their principles, then they have every right to say that we are not going to sell this newspaper on our trains.
And I have every right to say that I don't like the principles of Virgin Trains, which shut down debate.
You absolutely do, but you have the right to walk with your feet. And I would say to you, if you don't like it, simply don't use their service. Get in a car, use a car, or use public transport, other public transport. You know, you don't have to ride.
Can I make a terrible admission to you?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I very rarely use trains because I drive, but also I like the freedom of it. But also, I should use trains more, but also I don't care enough about it. I do feel strongly about it, but I don't care enough about it actually on an individual level to vote with my feet.
Yeah, no, you see, and that's what a lot of people are going to say. For me, this is a non-story. It really is. It's just, it's whipping up, a few people whipping up a story to get a response because they're really having an attack at Richard Branson. And for me, I just, I don't care enough about this story to really turn it into a huge argument. And I would say, if you walk into a vegetarian restaurant, which is, again, is a public service, you're not going to argue with the owner that you want a meat dish. You're going to walk with your feet if they can't give you what you want.
Slightly different, though. I understand the logic of it, I do, but it is slightly different. I think it just is so redolent of really restrictive environments in other countries if you start saying no to newspapers. And we have to remember that it is a public service. So the Virgin Trains can be used by people of all different political beliefs. They can be used by vegans, vegetarians, meat eaters, chicken eaters, pescatarians, what have you. It can be used by everyone. They would not be allowed to turn away someone from their trains because of their political views. So I think, therefore, in the spirit of that, in line with that, although it's not a publicly owned company, a publicly owned service, I do think that they should respect a diversity of views, even if they fundamentally disagree with the particular views in question.
Then I would say to you, what on earth why are these people not crying out against Liverpool not selling the Sun newspaper? Why has it been allowed for 20
Such
years?
an old issue, isn't it?
It's an old issue, but why are people not crying out? Why is the Sun newspaper not sold in Liverpool? Where are these people not screaming out at Liverpool?
Well, I think I think they're probably not screaming out about that now because this was instituted so long ago. But I don't like the idea that Liverpool newsagents don't stock the Sun. I think in some ways it was rather impressive. It was a real stamp of solidarity with the victims of Hillsborough, and I'm marginally more sympathetic to that because it was such a big single issue and so many lives were lost. I still don't agree with it. But Kim, look, really interesting, lively. Thank you very much as ever. That's Kim in Bristol. Lots more of your calls and your social media to engage with in just a moment. I'm Matt Stadden, really enjoying spending the early hours with you, as I always do. Sunday morning, coming up just gone 4:45, LBC leading Britain's conversation.
Last time on the Nigel Farage Show.
I so distrust and dislike our career politicians in the House of Commons and the House of Lords that I fear they're not going to accept the instruction they got on the 23rd of June 2016. They will reject whatever deal Mr Barnier gives us, and they may well force us to have a second referendum. So I've gone from a position of being in denial over it and saying there won't be a second referendum because there doesn't need to be, to one that says, you know, if they do this to us, let's embrace it, let's do it, let's go with it, and let's start preparing for it right now.
5 days of Farage. Monday to Thursday evenings from 7 and Sunday mornings from 10. The Nigel Farage Show. Only on LBC.
Since you've been sold, I can breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on. Yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been sold.
eBay. Snap it, list it, sell it. The easy way to make room for the new you. Download the app and start selling now. eBay. Fill your cart with colour.
London. There's 8.5 million of us, all in a hurry to get somewhere. To work, school pickup, or a first date. Hey, who knows, this time it could be the one. So why can't we be more considerate of each other and help everyone get there on time? By moving down the carriage, keeping your cool with other road users, and folding your buggy to let wheelchairs on the bus. Because we think you'll agree, London's better when we travel kind. To the Mayor of London and TfL, every journey matters.
At Jet2 Holidays, we know all the things that make a great holiday, so we do all of them. Like having thousands of free child places, 22 kilograms of baggage included, and a choice of spacious family rooms for quality time together, all for just a £60 deposit. Book your next APTA and ATOL protected holiday now from London Stansted, and get £100 off per person. Jet2 Holidays, package holidays you can trust, subject to availability and conditions.
Alice has just got herself the cap and track tariff from E.ON, so she's got one less thing to think about.
Lovely.
Her energy costs are capped below the average market price. And if the market price goes down, hers will too.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Give yourself one less thing to think about. Discover the right E.ON tariff for you today. Search E.ON Energy now. Residential customers only. Prices reviewed quarterly and based on Ofgem typical domestic consumption at medium use. Eligibility criteria apply.
You know that message at the end of every betting ad? Well, let's put it at the beginning, and let's make it huge. When the fun stops, stop. Sky Bet believe nothing should get in the way of your enjoyment of sport. Not restricted view seats, and definitely not betting. Betting should only enhance the excitement. So enjoy every moment that sport has to offer. And remember, when the fun stops, stop. Sky Bet. Betting better. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Last-minute babysitter who never wants paying. So, happy birthday to the best grandma ever.
Zing Flowers. Beautiful hand-tied bouquets delivered the very same day when ordered before 12 noon. Visit zingflowers.com.
Zing Flowers. Amazing every time.
Matt Stadler on LBC.
Hello. Tom in Guernsey.